Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have the Avengers United They Stand. This is a 1999 animated series about basically, well, I shouldn't say B-level Avengers, but they're definitely a mix of the original Avengers, not the movie original Avengers, but the comic book original Avengers, mixed with the second tier bunch of members, uh, all together into a very weird 1999. It feels like it's maybe 2099. It's got everybody's has like high tech gear. This is very much a Western animation style, but the animation's done by probably Japanese or Korean teams. And it has it's hugely influenced by anime, especially all the Avengers Assemble moments when everybody has to transform into their costumes, which is really just putting on lots and lots of layers of metal carapaces and just why would Hawkeye need all that stuff? Don't know. Why would Ant Man need all that stuff? Don't know. Wasp? Don't know. It's it's a way to sort of kill about a minute worth of time of spinning around and speed lines everywhere and like little lens flares of stuff when they all click together, and it evokes Power Rangers kind of style. If you grew up with Power Rangers, it's just definitely part of that. It's same thing with just about any kind of anime stuff from the 20th century and all those transformation sequences. Yes, so it's in this thing. We do not have the big three. We do not have Captain America, Iron Man, or Thor, although they are referenced as people who are no longer with the team for whatever reason. Uh, don't know. Don't know why. I don't know if they go into it or if they have time, because this is just one season long. It is only 13 episodes. And it starts with a two-parter called Avengers Assemble, appropriately enough. It is basically just introduces us introduces us to all of the characters and also their personalities. They're a bit of a troubled team. They're led by Hank Pym, as you'll know as the original Ant-Man, and Janet Van Dyne, his wife. Maybe she's his girlfriend in this. I don't know, but they're both very young, of course. Not used to the. It's not the Michael Douglas, Michelle Pfeiffer team that we know from the movies, of course. This is long before the movies. This is a good 13 years before the movies, and even longer before we'd ever see Hank and Janet in the films. This. And then you have Wonder Man, Tigra, Hawkeye, Vision, Falcon. So yeah, but not everybody starts out as a good guy in this, and not everybody is getting along on the team properly. Hawkeye is he has a bad guy voice, like you know how they certain characters always have a certain type of tone to their voice. They do it intentionally. It's the way it works. You're usually never going to find a bad guy with a very pleasant tone unless it's also very sinister at the same time. Hawkeye is he just sounds like he just downed a bunch of Red Bulls and or Four Locos maybe, and he's just angry and just you guys don't like me, I don't like you either, and he's just always looking for a fight, and he's pretty douchey in this. I mean, originally before the movies were ever a thing, before Fraction and Aya's special, really cool series that the Disney Plus series was based on, Clint has always been kind of a butthead. He's always kind of teased Steve and picked on him, and he was the rebel in the team, the kind of guy who would always go against the grain just to stir things up. And this, he's just a jerk for the most part. But he also has a one friend in Wonder Man, Simon Williams. So, yeah, he shows a tender side, but a tender side which doesn't involve shaking hands or hugs or anything else. He's like, "You're my best friend. You're the only friend I've ever had." Man, you look like you're like 30 and you've never had a friend, and maybe that's where you got all the time to learn how to shoot arrows. I don't know, but the way they connect in a manly way is one guy puts his hand out like this while the other one Yeah, punches it. It's their bonding thing, I guess. I Anyway, this story, of course, starts with the villain Ultron, and if you know how the comics went, this is the origin of the Vision joining the team. It starts off right from there. It is not the Age of Ultron version. This Vision has a very specific origin that, if you know the comics, then you know exactly how all this works out. It's somebody in this team isn't going to be the team for much longer, and Vision takes his place. I'm not going to spoil it for you if you've never seen the show. Honestly, I've never seen the show until now, but I have actually have a Wonder Man action figure in this exact outfit, and I should have forgot to grab it before this started. And I'm not going to blow 10 minutes while you wait and stare at the screen as I go dig through a box somewhere. Yeah, no, but his fists light up and his glasses light up, whatever, when he presses belt buckle. I actually had this action figure, but I didn't know what it was from. I just knew it looked like a cool action figure. So, yeah, yeah, it's not a great version of the Avengers. But it's. I always say this: it's a product of its time. So it's got to have that '90s extreme kind of look. Like I said, it's very anime influenced, and it's got. The characters are not very deep, let's just say, and I recognize almost none of the voice actors. I don't know why. I mean, this is a Saban International production. This is Avi Arad, who's been involved with creating a lot, putting together a lot of what the Marvel Universe films and animated series and TV shows prior to Marvel Studios' existence. He has had a hand in just about everything, as much or more so than Stan Lee in many cases. Stan Lee is more of a figurehead, has always more been a figurehead in this whole thing. Avi is the wheeler and dealer kind of producer type. So, yeah, that Stan worked with. So, yeah, this is Saban International. It's Fox Kids. It appeared on Fox for apparently 13 full episodes. If there are more, maybe they'll be released later. I don't know. I didn't check. I just watched the first two episodes. It's a two-parter. Avengers Assemble, fighting Ultron, and it is very much continuity dependent. And so you're gonna the episodes, what happens in one episode has an effect on what happens later. So it's not like they're just self-contained full stories. I mean, the two-parter is a full story, but you're gonna probably see later episodes going, oh, what happened to that character? Oh, we got to make sure we take care of that. Like it's all gonna follow through. Characters you're gonna run into. Gotta throw this out here. We're gonna see Kang. We're gonna see Swordsman. Sheesh. Oh, hey, looks like Captain America and Namor be in this. What else? Oh, jeez. I don't even recognize. I don't even know who that is. And wow, Egghead. Oh, speaking of which, I got Harkness. Just so you know, it ends with a two-parter that that does not look like Agatha, but I'll bet you that's who it is. If you ever want to see a version of Scarlet Witch, now, of course, we've all seen by now, maybe this past weekend, most of us have seen Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and we get to see a very different Wanda than we were expecting in some cases. But this is a very different Wanda. Just look at that costume. Just a mid-thigh boots and nothing matches, but it's all like 90s extreme. And she's got an accent still, unlike Elizabeth Olsen. So, yeah, if you want to see Scarlet Witch do superhero stuff that she casts spells, but they do their best to make it so she's not occultish, because everybody's still recovering from the whole satanic panic stuff in the 80s. But yeah, it's an interesting take on her. Everybody's got an interesting take. Falcon is not part of the team originally. He's just a local hero who puts on wings and has a living bird as a friend that he communicates with, and they fight crime. And he gets asked to join the Avengers against their will. So just white people until Falcon came along. It's yeah, so it's lots of forced tension in the group. Unlike the X Men always came with tension, but this is I think it has a lot of also its roots inspirations in sort of X Men storytelling, because the solid members have always been like Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, like the authoritative ones, and Hank is not too sure about whether he should be the leader or not now that they're gone, and for whatever reason, and yeah, it's so there's a lots of there's internal conflict, but to me it just doesn't feel any very deep. It's just it's there. So hopefully to move the characters forward, but I guess they don't go very far because it's only 13 episodes. One of the things I found interesting to me was when they show pictures of Captain America, Iron Man, and Thor on the wall, it's actually art taken from the comic books. John Romita Jr. is one of the artists, at least two of the pictures on the wall, which is weird that they just didn't draw them. Normally it's like, here's some covers from old Thor comics and we'll just make it that a poster in the animated show. Very weird. Anyway, I liked it. It's all right, but I'm not going to watch the rest of it. It's I don't like it that much. Watch this and go, you know what? All your complaints about the MCU are invalid. So let's pick tomorrow's episode.
164.
164. Dust. Hair. 164. Oh, ha. More Marvel. But this is a series of shorts meant, I think they tie into the MCU. I'm not really sure, but I think they're animated also. I think. I don't know. But we'll find out soon enough because we're going to be watching the Fury Files. So, yeah, these are a bunch of little shorts that peek into Nick Fury's files on each of the Avengers. And something tells me it might actually tie into the MCU characters rather than comic characters in general or an animated series. I don't know, but we'll find out tomorrow. Fury Files on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.